Hey guys, Desolator Magic here, and that's right, we've got another Kaldheim leak. I don't even know where this one's from. So you know how we already had this packaging leak, and people are like, oh, okay, well that's obviously at or near the printing facility, it would seem. I mean, unless somebody's going through like Wizards of the Coast, dumpster or something. I don't know, the background partially shredded, that really screams printing facility, but we got a little clearer picture now. So bottom right, I guess that's the fat pack. That's one we've seen, which I said it couldn't be the fat pack because the paper is really thick. Yeah, I guess I actually forgot that fat packs ship with like outer paper. I don't know how I didn't realize that. I literally hang them up as posters. So anyway, that's Kaya in her cool winter jacket. I guess one of them. Actually, she's wearing a completely different one in the other leak. So then we got big powerful hammer, which we already have a big powerful hammer, isn't it? Like a 10 cost equip 8 or like 1 drop equip 10 or you guys know what I'm talking about. It's like a 10/10 or something. Well, now we got another one for discount Thor. So fantastic. Does something with electricity probably. Great. And that's on. I mean, what is that? The back of the collector's booster? Because that thing in the top right really looks like the collector's boosters. I mean, I don't know anything else that ships upright with 12. Also, it literally says guaranteed foil up to 4 rares. Yeah, well, I lost up to $200 on my 3 boxes I opened of collector's boosters, so yeah, I got a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth over that product. And no, I didn't eat some of the cards this time. It's because it's a bad product. So this to me looks like an online store listing or something. I mean, just the way that it's presented and filmed, I don't know. It's put together and cropped real unusually, so I don't know. This almost looks like, oh, let's make it chaotic and random half cropped wrong. Just like, let's take a blurry photo and make it on this weird background that doesn't make sense and then throw a mystery hand in it. When you know darn well those leaks in the past were done by Wizards. In fact, one of them, I believe, was matched to Wizards of the Coast's lobby. They had a very unique, like, wood grain on their countertop, and it was clearly the same one. Clearly. So at least one is heavily suspected, one leak in the past, I don't remember what it was, is heavily suspected to have been done by Wizards. So this could be them hyping it up because it's already leaked to hell and back already. So they wanted more hype about it, but also it doesn't come out till like, what, February? Seems a little early for that, I don't know, but this is right around when the artwork usually comes out though, don't you think? So, I mean, I've been burying the lead here. What everybody wants to know, the biggest question is, are those bolus horns on that Viking ship? And no. His go like out then in then straight up. Those are too wide, and it's like, I was initially thinking, well, there is like a white aura over the Magic the Gathering logo, but then you look on the top, the Magic the Gathering logo's to the left. And, I mean, I think dragons were in Norse mythology, which, I mean, as if they're really sticking to it that hard, but, you know, they also can't come up with their own ideas. But I was going to say, well, clearly there's a dragon in the background, that I thought that might just be an extension of the ribbon on the top of the mast from that other ship in the background. So, like, I think that's what that is. You got to kind of squint, because, you know, this is an ass-quality compressed picture. But if it's from a vendor, well, I mean, who's surprised? So there's nothing we could really conclusively say about just another piece of artwork. Like, oh, that looks like a fort. It looks like they're raiding. They're coming in on longboats from the sea. Okay, cool. I probably could have told you that without seeing this. But this is the Wonton Speculation channel. So what if it is Bolus horns and they all had to serve Bolus and they're raiding the villages in the name of Bolus, not knowing that he's not going to come back, and it's like an Amonkhet thing, and they're waiting for him to come back. And so they got to put his symbol, which now somehow includes his head as well, on their ships. Or maybe he is back. Or maybe there's time travel. Or maybe the set takes place in the past. Maybe because there's boats, there's going to be vehicles back again. Are we going to see ice-covered permanents? Okay, snow-covered. I can't even get the term right. You know what? What the hell? I wouldn't put it past them. Ice-covered permanents instead of snow-covered permanents. In fact, ice-covered vehicles. What the hell? Why not? Oh, the art's kind of blue-looking. Phasing's coming back. Teferi secretly runs the plane. Oh, the 5 colors of the color pie kind of look like Captain Planet rings. Oh, confirmed we're finally going to see Captain Planet in a set, as a planeswalker, too. Shared universe crossover lore. Oh, they're doing a D&D tie-in that year, so this is secretly going to be in Rizia. It's like some ice plane from D&D, I think. It's not even the cool one. I just couldn't remember the cool one. By the way, this reminds me, okay, so I'm finally, after like 3 years of saying it, gonna hopefully publish somewhere for you guys to download, make a video on my Gamma World campaign, my custom one, because it could be finished in like 3-4 sessions, probably. more on the hour scale because it all takes place in one place, but it is like 25 pages. I made it as like a PDF, but I'm not quite done editing it. I've been 90% done editing it and correcting it for like 3 years. So I guess watch for that sometime in the next couple months. But yeah, after we complete our current D&D thing that we're doing, my party wants to rerun the same campaign because we haven't run it in a while. Mostly because we have one new person named Mike, and we think Mike would find it as batshit crazy and entertaining as I did when we ran through it. So it's going to be wild. They told me to just change it a little, and I kind of don't want to. So I'm going to finish editing this version, then change a version for us, and then publish the version for like you guys. So Gamma World is like post-apocalyptic D&D, I guess, but like really silly and doesn't take itself seriously at all. And neither do I, and neither do my campaigns. It is absolutely insane. So I think you guys will like running through it if you're into Gamma World or want to, mix it up and not play D&D lately, especially with what D&D's doing to D&D. I should say Wizards. But anyway, back to the wanton speculation. Technically, this entire plane occurs in Gamma World. Just kidding. There's actually like high-tech, like old world stuff. It's kind of Fallout universe-ish. I will say though, like reasonably, that does look like Kaya hanging from the ship. And I say that because like you look at like the torso into like the hips, there's a bit of more of a like an inward and then an outward curve there, which would suggest a female form despite Wizards drawing it. And then like the little flare and then cut in by her hips looks like the like winter style leather jacket. It's almost like a bomber jacket that she was wearing on the miniature, which was also leaked. So that's something actually tangible. I will say though, the box looks like it's coated in ice. There's like glaciers in the background, or glaciers if you're British. I watched I was 20 minutes into some British show before I realized that the guy narrating it meant glacier. I'm like, what is a glacier? What is that? And then finally they like pan out and he points to it and I'm like, that's a glacier, you dumbass. So anyway, with this volume of ice imagery, it would be weird if there's not some kind of like frozen mechanic, like maybe just heavy pin down. I mean, we had that on, what was it? Probably Tarkir, I think, had a lot of that icy pin down stuff, which basically the blue ice effect is tap down and then stay tapped for one additional turn. And it's always blah, blah, blah of frost, or, blast of whatever, ice over, like, it's always something like that. So it's just the, like, invisible ice theme effect. It's just like an unofficial mechanic in the game. And that's been ongoing for decades. So, I mean, that would be cool if they did that, because right now creatures are kind of like, it's a creature meta, which is exactly what I predicted. I said it's going to go to all creatures, and there's just going to be most creature removal wins, which literally describes the meta right now, plus mill. That and turn 3 Scoot Swarm forfeit. So, yeah, Standard's a real absolute gem right now. And I think, honestly, the next set, the next one, and then the next one, which I believe will be right before rotation, is going to be an experiment in what happens when you take a blazing out-of-control disaster of a dumpster fire and just pour gasoline on it. Every set is just going to be, here, have more creatures that are broken and out of control, control spells and removal. In 2021 is truly going to be just an experiment in how bad the standard meta can get. It's going to be amazing. So, I mean, on the other artwork, he's got a hammer in his hand, so Half-Life 3 confirmed, obviously. Obviously, Kaya with the new hand axes, those are going to be separate equipment in the game that'll say you can equip it for free if the player is black, because that's Wizards' idea of equality. And all of the boxes will have to be shipped frozen and kept in a freezer at your local gaming store because they will have popsicles in them as a gimmick. Those are my very, very well-researched, speculative in nature, but still very accurate predictions based on this tiny amount of pixels we have to look at. But I'm confident in mine, and if you're confident in the craziest thing you can possibly draw as a conclusion from this artwork, put it in all caps so people know you're seriously confident down in the comments section. Submissions will only be accepted if they are absolutely batshit crazy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next video, which, by the way, I may have the craziest video coming out early next week. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Most of my Discord channel knows what it is, so that's why you should probably support me on Patreon, because it's literally just an empty paywall for my Discord server where I do all the interaction, post behind the scenes stuff, and whatever. But yeah, if it works out, I gotta drive pretty far for it, but let's just say I'm driving really far for it for a good reason. But in the meantime, I'll see you guys next video.